bridge into Keokuk, Iowa.
What you're doing work on at the present moment. Got the old bridge over there.
This over here is an old train bridge.
That's both. It used to be cars on top.
Oh. Used to be cars on top, train on bottom. No, thank you. And over there, that is the Keokuk Power Plant that uses the Mississippi River flow for hydropower.
Officially in Iowa.
Welcome to Iowa. So this is the end of that old bridge that I was showing you as we were crossing the bridge. They've made it into, I don't know what, like a walkway, a little recreational walkway overlook. Believe it or not, I used to drive over this bridge. There's a new bridge people are driving over. That's the bridge we just came across. We're gonna walk to the end of this. Oh, there's a riverboat sitting over there. A train below us. And there's the dam over there, coming off the power plant.
Biggest drop in the oil dams.
Oh, it is Keokuk drop, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's right. The Keokuk Dam is the, what'd you say, the biggest drop, the largest drop in water level at any of the dams on the Mississippi. I was thinking that too, yeah. It was around 19 foot, I think, foot drop for the level change. Lots going on over here.
Switching tracks back through, sitting somewhere else.
Oh, I can't. Oh, there it is. Train tracks. Oh, and there's a barge going through too. There's a barge being locked through the lock over here at the dam. We're just catching everything at the right moment. That's the train backing up. It's switching tracks back there, so it's backing up. That's the locks on the train bouncing up against each other. Kind of cool to listen to. It's almost completely underneath us now. That barge, it's been sitting there a while, so I don't know if they're waiting for the water to go up or down. I don't know if they're going up or down the river.
Instead of a sidewalk on the side of it, all the way across.
Oh yeah,
It's still over there.
this bridge, oh gosh, freaks me out. I can't see what I'm showing you. Those used to hold a sidewalk that went the whole length of this bridge. No thanks. And this is a rotating bridge. If you can see, the bridge is now sideways. So if a train was needing to come through, it would turn to let the bridge come across. No. Last time we were here, we watched it turn, though.
Yeah. Let's turn back so we watch. Train just went through.
And they cut off the bridge here, and they gated it off, and you got people putting up, I'm guessing, love locks. Yeah, they're love locks because they got names on them and dates. All the way down. Let's see, this is the bridge I was telling you about. It's turned sideways. Apparently don't happen too often, but if a bridge comes across, they'll turn that so it'll be even at the other side so a bridge or a train can come through. And then over here is the barge getting locked through the lock at the dam. So I think they're filling the water to go so the barge can go up the river, I think. It doesn't look like it's going down. It looks like it's actually going up. Yep. Yeah. The water where the bridge or where the barge is at is almost to the top of these doors here. So if you see how big of a drop it is from the top of the door to the water level, sorry, that is a big drop in water levels. So the biggest drop on the Mississippi. I don't know exactly. I think it was 19-foot drop. And there is the dam. what dam number this is? 19? I think it's 19. 17 is New Boston. So this would be 19. Because Gladstone is 18. Loud. Sounded like the diesel engine on the barge was revving up too. Train over there is doing the same thing the other one is, loading and unloading cars or something. Ooh. Somebody's doing fireworks. You see the smoke from them over here. Somebody over here is doing fireworks. And there is a park down there. If you could see, there's little pavilions. And looks like a little playground area for kids down there too. So you can go down you can go down below this bridge and there's a park area, pavilions, picnicking area. Oh, there's actually guys fishing over there and a boat. See that current going around the pillars on that bridge. I don't know if I can catch it. Oh, there he is. It's an eagle. Oh my gosh, I love eagles. How cool. The barge just honked, so he's taking off. He's powering up to take off. And Corey did look it up. So Logan M19 varies between 8 feet and 38 feet for difference in water levels from depending on river conditions. 8 to 38 foot difference between the top and coming down here. Just right down here where we're at. That's nuts. Alright. Can you see that barge moving? The barge is driving out of the lock. Actually, the tug is pushing the barges out of the lock. And those barges are empty because they are very tall. They kind of float on top of the water when they're empty. So those are empty barges. If they were full, they would be way lower in the water. And these barges typically carry grain from the elevators along the Mississippi. That would make sense, yeah.
So it's not all taken off. It's electric until it needs the power to use it.
I was thinking it was awful quiet.
Yeah, powered up. Engage it, but it's enough to throw the power to the motor to get them rolling.
Huh. Okay, the barge is gone, so I came to this side to show you what the sidewalk would have looked like. So that's the end they cut off. And it would go all the way across. It's cut off there too. It would go all the way across along this bridge. There ain't no way I'd be walking across a metal mesh sidewalk across the Mississippi River. No way.
Of course, the bridge should be looked with metal mesh too.
Yeah.
There's a big crack.
Oh yeah. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, you can. So between the cracks of the boards is the original metal mesh bridge that cars would have been driving over.
Riverboat. It's dry dock everywhere.
Oh. Whoops. Oops.
I forgot all about it. Coming from front, it looks like it's docked up there. Come over here, I'm like, oh yeah, forgot that's fucking dry dock. It's sitting on the ground.
Yeah, that riverboat over there. It's not in the water. It's dry docked. Just to show you what a riverboat is. It's like a little, kind of like, not museum, but a little riverboat like museum that you can walk through. Alright, now we're just heading back to the car. All the excitement is done. A lot going on.
We just didn't get to see the bridge closed off.
Alright, here's a little info board on the water power plant here in Keokuk, Iowa. Feel free to pause it and read it if you are interested. Alright, here's another info board if you guys want to pause and read as well about the power plant.
And the waterworks.
And the waterworks, yeah. Alright, we are exiting the bridge. And now, if you can see, it says stop, pay toll here. This was an old toll bridge as well when it was a motor vehicle bridge back in the day. I'll look it up to see when they decommissioned this bridge and built the new bridge. It hasn't been, honestly, that long ago in the scheme of things. My mom remembers driving across this old bridge, so but I'll look it up and let you know when this bridge was decommissioned. Alright, now we are underneath the bridge that we drove across. Down in the park area that I was showing you from above. That's kind of cool when you think about it. Look, another Kia.
It's a Kia, I almost bought once.
Zebra Kia. Zebra Kia. Zebra Kia.
My mom wanted it, somebody bought it before I could get to it.
This is a... It is a museum. It's got an admission. Not too bad. $4 for adults. Yeah, it's a museum. You can go inside. Keokuk, Iowa Riverboat Museum. That's pretty cool. There's the paddle wheel.
And the steering thing went underneath it. This stud is.
Oh, that black thing there, of course, that is what steered it. That's massive. That's crazy.
One country, one flag, one language. Department of Iowa, 1923. Lincoln Copper.
Hugh Lincoln Copper. Air conditioning. I don't want to get back out. Keokuk Musicians Memorial, dedicated to those who brought people together, healed hearts, and helped us remember through the power of verse and melody. stood. That's awesome. Fly in my face. Somebody was trying to restore it at one point. I don't know if they still are or not. It was a very cool building.
Yeah, they restored it to this point, and so far it stopped.
That's a cool door. You got the pointy roof. Oh, here we are. Alright, see if I can zoom in on that. 2020 Jeffress Family Foundation Challenge Grant Capital Campaign Project. Keokuk Union Depot Waiting Room and Trackside Canopy Restoration. This project consists of restoring the trackside canopy and the masonry of the depot's waiting room section, including the original marble, the tile floor, installing period lighting, and improving restroom facilities. The masonry work addresses structural issues and will return the original color scheme designed by architect John Root. That's pretty cool. Donations to KUDF through June 30th, 2023 qualify to earn the $275,000 Jeffress match. That is beautiful. Process of restoring it.
Historic Preservation Fund. 1891. It's really a shame is they keep all those trains parked in front of it so you can't actually see the front of it.
Yeah. Historic homes. Under the bridge again.
If you're a nicer house, if I turned the house block, it's not.
Some old historic houses up here. Oh.
1852.
I can't see that very well. Let me see if I can bend this down a little bit. There we go. We're gonna run down and abandon.
Needs work.
Yeah. Yeah. Oop. Got this one across the street here. Look at the detail in the eave. Trees are in the way. These are like original houses to the town. Try to make them look like the river boats and stuff. That's awesome. Look at that.
Widow's Walk on the top.
That is beautiful. A little brick house. I think those are cute. This one is a stone house. Look at that. Look at this old stone. And that's where they have to park. No thanks. There's the backside of the power plant. It's been out for a while, it looks like.
Preservation of that one, they're working on it.
Oh, nice. Working on preserving that one. I always like to see that when they're preserving these old houses. Just love to go inside some of them and just see what they have in them. Look at that. A rounded porch. And another stone one up here. And power plant again. Driving right along the top of the bluff, looking at all these gorgeous houses. That's the best place to have your house, is on the edge of the bluff. Have all the views. That greenhouse. Road. Yep, that's a stately one here.
Back here.
That's the side of the one I just showed. Neighboring to this one. Look at the top of the pillars on that.
Ornate. We went to a yard sale at this house, what was it, last year? And they're trying to redo this house. It needs a lot of work. It doesn't look like it from here, but you get up close to it and it actually, the stucco is needing a lot of work. Through there. But the article here is a Grand Anne Victorian.
Empty lot over here. There was a Grand Anne Victorian house that sat here that caught on fire and burned down a couple years ago. Oh my gosh, it was just so sad.
Built in 1897. It was on the National Registry of Historic Places.
Wow.
we can find a picture of this house that used to sit here online, I'll pop a picture up of it here. It was an amazing house. Just so sad that it burned down.
A picture of it after the fire.
Oh, that's after the fire?
Yeah, the whole center of it burned out.
Yeah, I'll try to put a picture up here of what the house looked like. It was just gorgeous. One of my favorite houses on this road.
Whatever, Tudor.
2-story Tudor, 3-story Tudor. Oh wow. You got this Tudor, 3-story Tudor with the stonework on the bottom. That is gorgeous. I'm not a huge Tudor fan, but that's pretty. Oh, I love the brick houses.
Yeah, the stone one up there is way cooler.
Yes, it is. I agree. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, so this is my favorite house. This one, not that one. This one. This is my favorite house on this road. The stones they put in there, I don't know what they did to them, but they're all pointy.
You almost climb it.
Yeah. Look at that arch. It looks like teeth. That arch looks like a mouth with teeth. Got me on that tree. Look at that. If I can zoom in and see how the stone just juts out from the side. Look at that. It's just way cool. Not the biggest, grandest house on here, but by far the coolest stonework I've ever seen.
I know the lawyer's house is pretty cool too up there.
Another brick house. Another stone house back in here. You can't see it from their bushes.
You should have enough footage to do a whole fucking Keokuk, just Keokuk video, and then
Warsaw. Yeah.
One on Warsaw.
Look at the pillars on that.
Vandenberg, that one's for sale. Yeah, that one's kind of cool too, but you can't see it through the trees.
That one's for sale too.
This is the lawyer's. It's kind of cool.
And you got an old
Southwest
what do
look.
they call this type of house? I forget. Yeah, like a southwestern style type house. Mediterranean?
No, it could be, I don't know.
Something like that.
Yeah, there's an eagle made out of a stump.
Look at that eagle, guys. That is amazing.
Tree
That's
stump.
out of a tree stump. Carved into a tree stump. How cool. And their roof shingles, I think, are slate because they're shiny.
Maybe the new solar ones.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. With that kind of Tudor type style one back in there, too. This is on Grand Avenue in Keokuk, on top of the hill along the bluff. If you're ever in the area, come look at these amazing houses. And this is the end of Grand Avenue, and it ends at a park.
Rand Park.
Pretty water feature there with a fountain. Can't see it through the trees. Fountain going. That's pretty. And then you turn and go around the park and you go down the hill off the bluff and back on the Mississippi River Road heading north in Iowa.
Don't forget the mansion over there that they have the wedding venue at.
I don't know if you can see that. Oh, it's way over there. You guys are staring at the rail. Good lord. See all that green in the water? Those are lily pads in the middle of the river.
Oh yeah, it's clear back there now. You can see it.
Oh lord, I don't know. I have to roll the window down to reach my arm out to see it. Okay. I don't think I can zoom in far enough. Yeah, maybe. Alright, over there is a mansion, and that is in Hamilton, Illinois. It is an event, like wedding venue. It is a huge mansion over there. It's gorgeous. I'll try to look it up on Facebook. They have a Facebook page or something, and I'll put pictures of this house as well, because it's worth mentioning as well. A couple barges out there on the river. One there and one there. So I can zoom out. I don't want to zoom out too far. We're heading down the hill. Keep getting dash shots. Yeah. Back out to get the scale of the hill. One of these days I'll get better at recording. I just got my phone on a selfie stick, so it's not the greatest. Selfie sticks wants to roll in my hand sometimes. And up here there is a marina. So there are, can't see them. There's
They're about to get clear.
boats in the water. They look further away in the camera than they actually are. They're actually pretty close. You got the river, you got boat, barge. That's the marina. Look at that boat. That's for sale, people.
$100,000.
Oh my gosh, that was a boat, man. Wow. The people behind us, we gotta let them go around.
Keokuk Yacht Club.
Keokuk Yacht Club. That's the end of the marina. We're still along the river here. Railroad tracks right there. Of course, railroad tracks always follow the river. Look at all the lily pads. This amazes me how many lily pads are in the river. That is really Huh. Used to be huge piles of coal sitting there.
Not far up to the thing. Little schoolhouse over here.
A little schoolhouse, like old schoolhouse down here at the base of this hill. Pull in there.
Teaching over there,
I'm gonna. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna get out and show this to you guys. Alright, this is just on the long side of the highway on the Great River Road. It's an old, I think it's an old schoolhouse. What's it say here? This boulder marks the site of the first schoolhouse in Iowa, built in 1830. Placed by Keokuk Chapter Daughters of the American Revolution. First schoolhouse in Iowa. That thing is tiny. Look at that. Is no bigger. You probably couldn't fit 4 kids and a teacher in there. There's a cool chimney in the back. The thing is, I can't believe that used to be a schoolhouse. I thought it was, but yeah, I was right. Look at that. That would be crowded with like 4 kids and a teacher in it. That's nuts. But over here, there are benches. So I bet on nice days like this, when the weather wasn't bad, they would sit out here and the teacher would teach outside. That's pretty cool. These benches, of course, would be a recreation, but that, I think, is all original. And of course, that chimney has been rebuilt. Locked, of course, but it would be cool to see inside that. Yeah. First schoolhouse in Iowa. Built in 1830. The boat's trying to keep up with us. Oh, and now a train's in the way. Part of this road. This will take us into Montrose, Iowa. And it's just a tree-covered road with
Been known to slide off the hill before.
with a cliff down here and a big hill over here. There's a section of this road that they've had to rebuild a couple times because it slides off the hill. this says this valley right here used to be a road.
So the one right there.
That's hard to believe, but I believe it, I guess. I love looking up the hill. I'm usually looking up the hill into the trees instead of down the hill at the water.
Right here's the section that slid off.
Slide area right there on that sign. So the road is gravel right here because they've had to redo the road because it slides off the hill right there. Kind of creepy to think about while you're driving across it. Drive this road in the winter, these trees are usually full of eagles sitting in these trees. It's just cool at eye level because they're up in the tree, but they're at road level. It's just very cool. Montrose, Iowa. There's the river. I couldn't ask for a more beautiful filming day. The sky and water is just very pretty to film today. Huge lily pads. That was probably mosquito heaven though. My goodness. To the little park that they have at the river over here in Montrose. You can see it if I can get it zoomed in. Oh, if I can get it, there we go. That big building and over railroad tracks. Very well, unless I get out. Boat ramp. We got all the trucks with their boat trailers putting in boat ramps and
putting in boats.
Putting in boats, and I was kayaks, and I would definitely not be kayaking in the Mississippi River. That's a big no for me. Get out here. I'm going to show you a little bit of, oh, and there's a little area I can get closer to the water. Alright, so I'm going to walk out here. So across the river here, across the river over there is Nauvoo, Illinois. That is a big historical area for the Mormons. We'll have to do a video of Nauvoo Put a comment down below if you guys want us to do a video of Nauvoo. It is a very cool historic town. Very, like, a whole town of historic houses and buildings. But that building right there, the big one with the peak on it, is the Mormon Church, the Church of Latter-day Saints. Look at this gorgeous view. Look at that blue. That blue is just beautiful. You got all the green lily pads over there. And over there, just the patches of lily pads in the river just honestly amazes me because of the flow of the river. And gosh, it's a little warm, but man, it is a gorgeous day. We got some dragonflies flying around. You probably can't see them in the camera unless it comes right up to the camera. Alright, Montrose, Iowa. Across the river's Nauvoo, Illinois. Heading back to the car. Montrose, heading north. We've got this cool painting on the side of this building here. Mural, that's the word I was trying to look for. Mural.
Cemetery.
Sure. Montrose also has a pretty cool old cemetery. I think I'm going to stop in too. We like old cemeteries, so you guys might see some cemeteries in our channel as well. If you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button if you want to see cemeteries and old towns and road trips. Oh, there's the old section over there. They've redone this road in here since last time we were here, I think.
Yeah, this was here before. It wasn't paved or concrete. Sign.
Yeah, this is the newer section. Oh, that is a cool tree. I like old trees too. Got a little turnaround up here. We'll go back and go look at the... Oh, it goes that way too. Okay. We'll go back and...
It only goes that way because it's one way.
Oh.
There's a turn there.
Mausoleum there. I like the old portions of cemetery, so we're going to go back and look at the old portion of the cemetery.
This is a World War II monument. See, this is one here.
Oh, I thought that was just... I didn't realize that.
Memoriam of World War II.
So we're heading to the old part of the cemetery. We're not in the old part of the cemetery. So it came across this. It's like a mound. So it's got this little headstone here. I can't really read what it says. B.C. Hayes, H-E-A-Y-E or something. Yeah, I can't really read that, but yeah, but there's something concrete on the other side of it, like it's a burial in the side of the hill or something. There was something like this in the New Boston Cemetery when I was a kid. Oh man, wow.
Name and everything on it.
Now, just a second.
1892.
All right, so here's the front of this. So the stone out front is what this says. B, C, and J Nave, Naeve, 1892. So it's must be a mausoleum or their burial.
Wife J. Nave.
Yeah. So this is BC Nave and wife J. Nave. BC Nave was born November 5th, 1829, died October 1st, I can't read it because it's been broken. Wife J. Nave, born April 18th, 1827, died November 28th, 1891. Like you are now, we were once. Like we are now, you will be soon. Prepare for death and follow us. Oh my gosh. For blessed are the dead that die in the Lord. And then at the bottom, there's Amelia Nave, 1846 to 1903. So that must have been their daughter. But yeah, this is just kind of tucked away underneath the trees back here. I would never have seen it if we didn't stop on the road. Burial tomb for the Naves.
I've been through the cemetery a couple times. I don't remember if I've seen it or not.
Yeah, there was
No, down there.
there's something like this in the New Boston Cemetery. And when we would go there as kids, and our parents used to try to scare us, saying you can hear a rocking chair rock if you listen carefully. So yeah, we always try to go over there and listen for the rocking chair and scare ourselves, saying we can hear a rocking chair in there creaking.
Dumbasses. I better keep you from wandering off too far.
Yeah. I think a skeeter got me on the back of the knee. Alright, now here is the old part of the cemetery.
You can't drive through.
No, you can't drive through it, but I'll just walk around just a little bit of it here real quick. I'm heading for these old stones here. Oh, well, they're facing they usually face the road, and there's not. That's odd. Usually they face the road, but the road might have been on the other side of the cemetery at one point. Trying to see. Born 1875, I think is what that says. And then that one got tipped over and is in the ground. That one died 1854. Holy cow. Died I think that says 1822 on that one. Wow, these are old. I've never seen headstones this old. I've been in old cemeteries, but never this old. Died in Iowa, 1892. $1870. That one was born 1870. Died 1899. Oh, get off me, bugs. That one died 1865. And there's this cool cannon over here. We'll check it out. Looks like there's some soldier memorials here. S.H. Titus is on that one. In memory of Cato Meade, born 1761-62, died April 25th, 1846. Enlisted 1st of March 1777 at Norwich, New London, Colorado, CT. Served at Valley Forge, December 1777 to June 1778, with General George Washington troops to Lee County by 1840. Died near Montrose, place of burial unknown, Revolutionary War pensioner, free person of color. That is really cool. Wow. The things you learn when you walk through the old parts of cemeteries, or when you just stop at memorials, or that one I can't read. But yeah, there's the cannon. I forgot to show you the cannon. There's some pretty cool old ones over here I'm gonna go check out. There's some lining right along this tree here. Look at that one. There's two in the bush that you can't see. This one died 1883, aged 37. They were a Freemason. They have the Freemason emblem on there. It's like a separate little thing over there, cemetery. Some of these have been broken, so they just laid the tops on them. On the, there's a family plot. See what this says. We got father, mother. That says Atha. It's upside down. That one says McBride. It says Joseph Owen Jones, died August 4th, 1918. Josephine B. Jones, died July 18th, 1920. And that one back there's one against the wall over there. It says Joe. There's a little section of the cemetery over here. Looks like it keeps going even further down that way. Oh no, that is the creek. There's a creek in there. I didn't realize that. There's a creek along this cemetery. Well, I guess I should have known that because there's a creek that goes through this entire town. There's a creek that runs through here. I'm going to walk over here. As you can see it pretty good over here. Yeah, I can't read that one. That big one says Leavenworth. Sarah Jane Wife, March 4th, 1834 to February 23rd, 1907. Calvin Bennett, that must be husband, September 11th, 1829 to December 29th, 1916. There is the creek. That's kind of cool, but honestly kind of freaking creepy at the same time. It's not moving because look at that. That is covered in little mossy bits. That is not moving. That is pretty stagnant. I know the mosquitoes here are awful. Okay. That was a pretty cool little find. You got the creek back in there. Family plot. Kind of watch where I'm walking. There's molehills. Don't need to be twisting an ankle. Yeah, this is actually a pretty cool part of the cemetery. There's the creek. Frank M. Ballinger, born June 18th, 1839, died November 28th, 1883. Okay, alright, head back to the car. See these old, big old trees that I love. If these trees could talk, I couldn't even guess how big or how old these trees are. This tree over here is even bigger than that one. This tree here is probably half again the size of that one over there. This tree is just enormous. Can't really tell in the camera how wide this tree is. That is a massive tree. I'd love to know how old that tree is. Okay. Pretty cool little old section of the cemetery there. Now I gotta heading back home. Just left Montrose, heading north towards Fort Madison and Burlington, Iowa. Coming up on 2 factories here. Climax over here on the right. Sign on that. Now we got Siemens over there. So, got Climax and Siemens on both on the side of the road. You know, we've always thought that was funny, so we had to share. Thanks guys for watching and clicking in today. Appreciate you tagging along with us through Keokuk and Montrose, Iowa with us today. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. See you in the next one.